नमस्कार। और्ष की इस लेक्चर सीरीज में आपका स्वागत है। वेलकम यू टू द लेक्चर सीरीज ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ऑफ अनअर्थिंग सप्रेस्ड हिस्टोरिकल रियलिटीज ऑफ हिंदुस्तान। एंड टुडे वी हैव विद अस मिस्टर महेश कुमार. Mr. Mahesh Kumar teaches in Asan College of Bangkok University in Thailand. He is not only a Netaji enthusiast, but is now making great efforts to write the history of Netaji and INA in Thailand. He has been meeting the families of the INA personnel there, those of the INA who are still alive there, visiting those places where the Azad Hind Fauj headquarters was there, and trying to collect more documents. And I hope we are planning now to put up a book on
Yes, we are
INA, Azad Hind Fauj in Thailand.
Yeah.
So, welcome,
Thank you.
Dr. Mahesh.
Thank you, sir.
And will you tell me what generated your interest in Netaji?
See, like 4-5 years ago, I read an article about Netaji donating 500,000 Thai baht to Chulalongkorn University.
That's the last day he did it, on 17th August.
Yes,
when he was
yes,
leaving.
yeah. Then that made me enthusiastic. I want to know more about Netaji's activities in Thailand. So I started meeting people there. I went to the families, talked with them to know more and more details about Netaji in Thailand. जो जितना लोगों से मिलते थे वो बहुत बात हो गया है. मुझे बहुत इंटरेस्ट आ गया नेताजी और थाईलैंड का कनेक्शन के बारे में. तो फिर मैं उसको पिछले 2 साल से मैं मेरा वीकेंड्स वही परिवार में जाना, नेताजी के बारे में डिटेल्स कलेक्ट करना, ये मेरा एक अभियान जैसे हो गया.
Great job. And originally you hail from Kerala.
Yeah, I hail from Kerala.
And you settled in Thailand.
Yeah, I settled in Thailand.
Ajay, tell me one thing. How do these families who supported Netaji at that time and supported INA at that time feel today about Netaji?
They are still proud of Netaji and their forefathers association with Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. They are all, though now they are the 4th or 5th generations in Thailand, अभी भी वो लोग नेताजी को उनका हीरो मानता है. मानता है those people.
जैसे मुझको कुछ लोगों का मालूम है.
जी.
I know of Rajan Pandey.
जी.
Coming from Bhaiyanath Tiwari ji's family.
जी.
And in my book also I mentioned Bhaiyanath Tiwari ji, who gave his land for the Azad Hind Fauj office and headquarters there, his house where Netaji used to stay. And his son Sheetal Tiwari ji. Sheetal Tiwari, his daughter, his 2 other younger sons who joined the Bal Sena, the daughter who joined the Rani Jhansi regiment. But tell me, were you told anything by the family about how Bhaiyanath Tiwari ji met Netaji and what he talked to him?
नहीं, Bhaiyanath Tiwari ji came to know that Netaji is in Bangkok, so he went to the place. I think at that time Netaji was staying in the Royal Rasikon Hotel. तो बैद्यनाथ तिवारी जी उधर गए थे. सो बैद्यनाथ तिवारी जी अपना एक छोटा सा स्लिप में लिखे थे, मैं तन मन धन आपको समर्पित कर रहा हूँ. और वो स्लिप,
I am giving to you all my body, my money,
my heart. So that letter was carried by Gandhi Tiwari ji, who was then 8 years old.
Oh, Gandhi Tiwari ji's son, who joined the Balak Sena.
Balak Sena. He was only 8 years old. He took that slip to Netaji. After reading that slip, Netaji asked Bhaiyanath Tiwari ji to come forward. तो बैद्यनाथ तिवारी जी से पूछा, आप क्या देना चाहता हूँ आईने के लिए? तो बैद्यनाथ तिवारी जी ने बताया, नेताजी आपको सब लोग इतना करके सोना दे रहा है, पैसा दे रहा है.
People are contributing
you money and gold,
and ornaments
and all. Okay. But I don't have money or gold. I have land, sons, and 600 cows.
Oh, 600 cows.
600 cows that I am donating to INA.
Okay, so that's how Sheeta Tiwari joined the Azad Hind Fauj.
No, Baidyanath Tiwari ji.
No, his son joined.
His son.
Tiwari joined the
His son.
INA,
INA. Parvati Pandey joined the Rani Lakshmi Bai regiment. Pahurai Tiwari and Gandhi Tiwari joined the Balak Sena.
And his land of 20 acres.
Yeah, there is land of 20 acres that was registered in the name of Baidyanath Tiwari ji. And other than that, there was around 119 acres of land, which is an agricultural land, that was on lease. So the whole area was the INA.
Cantonment, you can say.
You can say the cantonment, And it was the largest INA establishment in the Southeast Asia.
And similarly, I have met Sri Chawla ji.
Dharam Singh Sri Chawla ji.
Whose father, I think, gave the donations and all. And
he was mainly a supplier to INA.
Okay.
He was a supplier to INA, but he was like a trusted person of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Okay.
So when Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose on 16th August, when he was going to the Bangkok airport, at the Bangkok airport, he handed over his personal revolver to Sri Triloknath, Seth Trilok Chawla. And that pistol is still with, that revolver is still with the family of Dharam Singh Chawla.
Yeah, produce those photographs of that and all. And then we come across the family of Sardar Ishar Singh there.
Sardar Ishar Singh ji. I haven't met anyone in that family, though I have few times I talked over telephone to Surendra Pal Singh Narula ji, who is the son of Ishar Singh ji. Surendra Pal Singh ji is now 90 years of old. So I was not able to meet him, but he has got some files and records of Netaji still at his house.
I hope you are able to.
Because
this will be very interesting history of INA
in Thailand.
Now, besides that, how many people you have been able to identify?
I have identified almost 19 families who have helped Netaji with money, gold, etc. to form INA.
Okay.
Then other than that, like Hari Prasad Sharma ji, who has like gone to the villages, talked to the Indian people there and requesting them to join INA, recruit for INA. So recently I went to the family of Ganga Prasad Pandey ji, who was a captain of INA.
Okay.
So Ganga Prasad family means Ganga Prasad ji's wife. She contributed all her jewellery to Netaji.
Oh, that's the picture of
That's the picture. She took that picture before meeting Netaji, and the picture that that's in social media now. That's not the original picture.
I put it on the social media. When I got the picture.
Yeah, but that's.
But I didn't know that she was his wife.
She was his wife.
So I just put up on the social media saying that a woman before donating.
Yes.
Got herself photographed.
Yes.
And I'm sure there must be many more such
many poor people. Even from this Ganga Prasadji's families, all the women, it is estimated that they have donated around 10 kilograms of gold, the women.
At that time.
That
means all their savings.
All their savings they had given.
Because normally, you see, this is very interesting point to make, that generally women or the families, they don't part with their gold.
Yes.
They part with the gold only if some extreme emergency has come and all that.
Yes.
But to part with 10 kg gold from a family for liberating India and contributing to the Azad Hind Sarkar, that is something, I think Indians of today must learn from
them. That's a great thing.
Those Indians who were settled in Thailand, and many other Southeast Asian countries.
Other than one more person is Lal Singh Pandey ji.
Lal Singh Pandey,
he was the vice chairman of Indian Independence League.
Okay.
So he was associated with Ghadar movement in Punjab, and there was a arrest warrant against him, and he had gone to Bangkok to escape that arrest. So he reached Bangkok, but after 2-3 years, he moved to Mesot, the border of Burma and Thailand. Why he moved there? Nobody knows. He did not say anything to his family members till his death. So other than that, he used to travel to Japan, he used to travel to Burma, but no details were shared with his family members. The family members came to know his association with Netaji only after Netaji reached his house in Mesot
Okay.
to cross the Burma border.
Okay. Now this is very interesting. This makes 2 points very clear. That one which is now very clear now with all evidences, that it was the Gadar party revolutionaries from Raj Bihari Bose to Pritam Singh to Amar Singh to this Pandit name you are suggesting and many others, along with Netaji, who had planned from 1939 onwards only the formation of
INA. For the formation of INA.
Then comes in and then General Mohan Singh is asked later on to So a tradition Gadar party adopted in this regard by using them. And the other crucial point which comes is that you see it is not just Padi, but we find many other Indian revolutionaries also whose warrants are issued in India and all, and they seek shelter in Thailand.
In Thailand, yes, that's true. Satyan Puri is there, Gyani Pritam Singh is there.
Of the Gadar party. And Puri was from the Bengal. One of the revolutionary groups there. So this is very interesting. And all these revolutionaries...
And even they formed the Thai Bharat Culture Lodge before the arrival of Netaji in Thailand.
That was formed after the Indian Independence League moved into there. A.M. Sahai going there, Mehtani going there. And on the instructions of Raj Bihari Bose. When whole thing is there. And I found in some of the Thai...
And other thing is the Indian Association of Thailand that was formed in 1940 with Ishar Singh Ji, Gurmukh Singh Ji, etc. for collecting funds for INA and Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. That was formed in 1940, even before the arrival of Netaji.
It must be 41 then.
1941.
Because when the INA is formed and all. No, that way Thailand people...
And Gurmukh Singh Ji is still alive. He is now 99 years old.
Have you interviewed him?
I interviewed him. I have visited his house many times.
You say something specific you remember? You'd like to tell?
No, at that time he said, he's a Namdhari. He follows a Namdhari path. So all this Namdhari people, they were all followers of Netaji. So under the instructions of Netaji and Ishar Singh Ji, he formed the association, Indian Association of Thailand. And the main thing was for crowdfunding. So after Netaji left Bangkok, he renewed the Indian Association of Thailand, and still activities are going in Thailand under the banner of Indian Association of Thailand.
Oh, that's good. So that continuity remains there.
That continuity remains there.
Anything he told you specific about his meetings with Netaji or something?
No, he has not. No, he has not told anything like that. Someday because of his memory loss. And still there is one person, the radio officer of Netaji. He is still alive, 102 years of age. Mr. Shetty. He cannot remember anything because now he is affected. No, I think he is from Andhra Pradesh, but he is still alive. He has lost all his mememory.
But I hope you will be able to looking from his family about
I will do that.
Earlier on that will be very interesting. Anything else particular you would like to mention to the viewers of our young? Well, I address the young students by in bringing out new historical facts to them. So that is why this is very crucial, the information which you gave.
See, what I can say is Bangkok was the underground capital of INA.
Underground capital of INA.
We know that Singapore is the capital of INA, but an underground capital was there in Bangkok. See, the INA radio waves that was provided by the Thai government, Voice of Free India. 1 hour time was given by the Thai government to Netaji to speak to the nation. Then it was a Thai government who arranged the safe passage of our INA soldiers from the Imphal retreat. From Imphal, they crossed Burma and they came to Thailand. They settled in Thailand. Then that's
naturally because after the Rangoon retreat,
they came to Bangkok. They stayed in Bangkok. And one incident I read in a book is that the Prime Minister of Thailand, Pibun Songran, came to know that Netaji is walking with the soldiers. So Pibun Songran sent a car to Netaji. Then Netaji refused, said, "I will walk with the soldiers."
That was the
That was
character of this commander.
yeah, that was the commander of.
And I'm sure you are able to discover more people and more families and do more work in this regard. And I'm sure that your efforts to make a Netaji museum
Yes.
in Thailand
Yes.
and to bring out a book on INA activities
Yes,
in
yes,
Thailand will bear fruit soon, because the work has already
Actually, I want to get some part of the land which is available for sale, where Netaji had the civilian training center in Chonburi. That is how it is mentioned in Netaji's Netaji's records, which are available. It is written as
the Chonburi camp in
CHOLPURI. It is mentioned like that in civilian training center Cholpuri. But now Cholpuri is now Chonburi in Thailand.
Tell me one thing. Does that tree still exist there? I've got a story from Rajan Pandey.
Yeah.
That when the Azad Hind Fauj soldiers left to fight in Burma, all of them hung their janeus with the tree. And they said they will come back and wear them again after victory.
There is a tree there. There is a tree there. So Gandhi Tiwari told me that this is the tree.
Oh, I see.
So I had interviewed Gandhi Tiwari, like sitting near that tree.
Wow. Would you like to have a photograph of that tree?
Yeah, I will send it to you.
That before the British came, all the arms which were there in that training camp, they were dug in the
it's there.
It's there. They were greased and they were put it over there.
They were greased and put it there.
You see, this is again what shows another thing. Hiding these arms, etc., show that when Netaji said that we are disbanding to regroup again, so the plans were again there to bring out these arms. You see, even a small thing points out and links with the larger, story which is going on in relation to that. Tell me one last thing I want to know. Do the people in Thailand of the INA agree that Netaji died in the plane crash?
No, nobody agrees that.
Because what I found in the records was that initially they had a mourning for Netaji. But then after that, when they heard certain things and all, none of them ever believed that he died in the plane crash. And Samar Sen Gupta, Netaji's intelligence officer, who was in Bangkok with him before night on 17th, he has given a very interesting interview to Cambridge University Audio Archives, in which he has mentioned quite a few things over there. And he mentioned that he saw the journal that the Japanese had already declared dead in the plane crash, right in Bangkok in the Hikari Kikan office. And he had met him and kept his hand on his shoulder and said, don't worry, His Excellency is safe. That's a very good prime.
That's true. And there is another record also. One INA person met Netaji standing near the Chaprayo River bridge in Thailand.
Okay.
There's
certain stories which still need some clarification. One thing is very clear, that no one believed in this.
No one believed. People in Thailand, the INA veterans or the INA families in Thailand, they don't believe that.
And after the British came back, I believe a lot of arrests were made in Thailand. I see from the records that 6 people were declared UN criminals also there. Which included the names of these top people over there. And a lot of harassment.
They raided all the Indian families in Thailand, the houses of all the families. They were searching for the INA money kept there, and some people were arrested, like Pandit Hari Prasad Sharma ji, etc. They were arrested, and Raghunath Sharma. And Lal Singh Pandiji had a huge collection of INA currencies in his home. He burnt everything.
Oh, I see. And I don't think that anyone from the Congress party in India ever went to Thailand to help the people over there.
Nobody. None of them went there.
Like some activists went to Burma and all. But no one there. And did the Indian government and under Nehru at that time then kept any links with the people in Thailand?
No.
Their families?
No.
Wasn't about it?
No.
Okay, that's nice. Nice to hear this, that they again didn't bother to be over there. And I'm hopeful now that this time you celebrated Netaji's birthday, I believe.
Yes,
There was some function.
there was some function.
So I hope around these prime dates will be.
Again, we are planning
you
about.
You should start celebrating the Netaji's first time arrival to Bangkok.
Yeah, we are planning. We are planning for that. This July 23rd will be we are planning an event. So it will be like a 1 year continuous program, Netaji's 80th anniversary of visiting Thailand.
I'd love to be there.
Yeah, I'm inviting you.
So, thank you very much, Mr. Mahesh, for
Thank you,
this talk.
Thank you.
I hope our listeners, and particularly our younger generation, will benefit out of such lectures. And I assured you that from the OUSRHH side, I'm going to bring in more and more scholars who are working on Netaji, and even those family members who are associated with Azad Hind Fauj. I'll do my best efforts to bring their history, to bring their knowledge to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ji. Namaskar, Ji.